I'm Daniel with TrippNT, and welcome to this course about 5S in healthcare. 5S ultimately matters because you matter and your patients matter. If you've ever been frustrated and unable to find something that you needed, or you're tired, sad, or even fed up about having to apologize to patients or their families about a delay in their treatment or care, it could be because of the need for 5S. 5S is about your physical environment. If your physical environment is not simple, organized, and visually clear, it will compromise your satisfaction on the job and patient care and outcomes. This isn't so much a medical conversation, but that doesn't make it any less important. This training is really about teamwork, problem solving, and designing your space for success so that it is easy and safe to deliver the care that you came to work to offer today. It is not necessary for you or anyone to come to work and be frustrated about supplies being expired or unavailable, about tools being lost or misplaced, about processes being vague or confusing, or about information being buried or obscure. You're a scientific thinker, so let me tell you who the real enemy is here. It's entropy. Everything in your workplace has a tendency to move from organization to disorganization. It is inevitable. Things are going to break down, get outdated, and then you have to deal with it, and your patients will suffer from it, unless you learn how to do 5S. There's nothing special about 5S. It's just a simple prescription for a universal problem. In the rest of this video, I'm going to overview each of the 5S practices. It's a fast introduction to help you get your bearings. To get the full explanation of how to do 5S, you're going to want to access the rest of this training for free at the TrippNT Academy, where we teach timeless lean concepts with healthcare language and examples. It's high quality and even a little bit fun, so I ask you to click the link in this video and get started with the TrippNT Academy. So what is 5S? 5S is a set of 5 practices aimed at helping you achieve excellence every day. It does this by accomplishing 2 purposes. First, better productivity. And secondly, abnormality detection, which means the ability to notice when things have changed for the worse. So it helps you to get your work done with less effort, sweat, and stress, and it helps you recognize when there is an abnormality to your standard, which is invaluable for safety and also keeps the system working. The first practice is sort, to get rid of all the stuff you don't need. That's because clutter, trash, and unneeded items quickly clog and confuse your workplace. You've got enough on your plate already. That's why the first step is to sort and eliminate every non-essential item. The next practice is set in order, to set a place for everything you need so that you can find it efficiently and reliably. If set in order had a motto, it would be a place for everything and everything in its place. This is the key 5S principle to improve efficiency and ensure that you can always find what you need. The next practice is shine, to keep everything clean and perform daily inspection so that abnormalities to your standards are resolved. So shine is not just about cleaning. It's also part of your sustainment plan for your 5S practices. Everything needs a little touch-up now and again, and abnormalities to your standards need to be detected and dealt with on a daily basis. The next practice is standardize, to set standards for procedures and expectations and achieve consistency in your 5S practices. The foundation of 5S is really respect for people, for your coworkers, your teams, and your patients. And standardization is often where the rubber meets the road. Do you really have the respect you need for each other to do this? That's because you've got to form consensus over what you're going to do, and when, and who, and how. The organizations that answer these questions are those that eventually become high-performing teams. So the importance of standardization cannot be overstated. The last practice is sustain, to maintain these practices so that they become ingrained as everyday habits. This is where leadership, teamwork, routines, and ultimately top management commitment comes into play. You've got to sustain your gains and build 5S into your organization's operating system, or else all of this is for nothing. The fact of the matter is, when 5S is done well, it is enormously satisfying. It may be uncommon, but it is truly extraordinary and wonderful to participate in an organization in which everyone is respecting everyone, and you are all aiming at treating each other with care, even to the extent of how you design and set up your workplaces. You're doing it for the success of those around you and the better healing and happiness of your patients. 5S is not special and it's not complicated. It's actually how we humanize the workplace. The results of 5S do follow. I mean, how could they not when you're aiming at treating everyone with care by sorting and eliminating everything you don't need so it's not in your way, by setting everything in order so that everything can be found where it is needed, by shining everything and keeping your world safe, clean, and effective for work, by standardizing your practices collaboratively as a team, and then sustaining all of these efforts for years to come. I mean, how could this not do you good? With the right perspective and tenacity, it will. So the results easily include better teamwork, improved safety, and increased efficiency, just to name a few. You're going to save space, you're going to save time, you're going to save yourself frustration, and ultimately, you're going to help yourself and the person next to you save lives. There's much more that I have to tell you about 5S so that you succeed in your approach to each of the 5S practices. So now I'm asking that you click the link in this video and sign up for the TrippNT Academy. It's high quality, just like this video, and totally free. It's the least we can do for you, our healthcare customers, and a way for us to thank you and support you in all that you do. Go there now and we'll continue this training inside the TrippNT Academy.